A very good morning, everyone. Today, in continuation to the topic prepositions, we are going to talk about the prepositions of time. Prepositions of time are those prepositions which tell us that when something happened, right? And prepositions of time, mostly the main prepositions of time are at, on, and in. These prepositions, the same words can be used for preposition of position or place also, but how they have been used in a sentence, that tells us whether these are used for place or for time. So let's talk about that. When do we use at, on, or in as preposition of time? So let's see, look at this table. These prepositions are used to express or to tell that when something happened. Either we are talking about the clock timings, or we are talking about days of the month or days of the week, or month or year or decade, or we can talk even about duration of time also, right, or period of time. So let's see how do we use them. First one, at. At can be used for specific time. For example, I get up at 7 o'clock, the movie starts at 8:30. Similarly, at can also be used for a period of time like holiday period. They sing carols at Christmas, come and visit us at Thanksgiving. So, we are talking about some holiday period and or we are talking about some specific time. In those cases, we use at. Now come to on. On can be used for a specific day of the week. For example, I will visit you on Wednesday. Where were you on Friday? Similarly, for dates also we use on. For example, his birthday is on March 27th. The exam is on the 16th. Now come to the preposition of time, in. In can be used for months. For example, my birthday is in January. I am going on vacation in August. Similarly, for years also we use in. For example, Shakespeare was born in 1564. The Titanic sank in 1912. In can also be used for decade. Decade means we are talking about 10 years together, right? Life was difficult in the 1940s. Decade, we are talking about 10 years together, right? Similarly, in the centuries, in is also used for century. Century means we are talking about 100 years together, the duration of 100 years, right? So, we are living in the 21st century. It was built in the 6th century. So, these are some of the examples that how in is used when we are talking about months, years, decade or century. Besides this, in is also used for seasons. Names of the seasons like we go to the beach in summer, there are many flowers in spring. Then come to the next one, in is also used for the time period. For example, the meeting starts in 10 minutes. She will be here in 3 hours. So for duration of time, for seasons, for telling about the century, decade, and years, months, we use in. And for dates and days, we use on. And for holiday period or specific time or clock time, we use at. Now, besides at, in, or on, we also use some more prepositions to express or to tell about time. These are, number one, since. I have been living in Mandi since 2005. What does it mean? Since means that I started living in Mandi in the year 2005 and still continuing it, right? So point of time I am referring. Point of time has been referred and for that reason I am using since. Another example, I have been playing cricket since 2004. The next one is for. For can also be used as preposition of time. For example, it is used for the length of period, okay, length of time, right? For example, yesterday I worked for 10 hours. For 10 hours, this is the length of time we are talking about. He will be in Delhi for 3 weeks, right? So since and for can also be used as preposition of time. There are two more. Let's discuss about them also. During and throughout. These both of them can be used for duration of time. During, just see the example. I will join hobby classes during my vacations. He worked hard during the training. During means we are talking about that period of time in which the work was done. Now throughout. She worked hard throughout the year. Here also it has been used for duration of time, but throughout means for the whole year. We are talking about the complete year. Okay. Next one, he remained relaxed throughout the exam. It means during the examination time, throughout the time, for the whole time, the boy remained relaxed. So these are some of the prepositions which are mainly used as preposition of time. Now we are going to do worksheet number 3 of our practice book unit 13, and here we have to use different prepositions of time correctly in the sentences. So let's see how to do it. We all know that early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Now what is given? Question number 1. What time do you get up in the morning? So you have to write the answer by using the prepositions of time correctly. So the way of writing can be, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And second question, what time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. So you can write the answers accordingly, according to your own viewpoint. But the way of writing, the way of using the prepositions of time will be the same. As you know that clock timings, before clock timings we use at, and before the parts of the day either we use in or at. Like here, night, before night we can use at also, we can use in also. But at night we are talking about every day, means in a routine we are using something, we are doing something in the at night we are going to use. But if we are talking about a particular night, in that case we will be using in the night, correct? So here, because we are talking about every day, every night, at what time do you go to bed, so in that case you are going to use at night. Now next one is read what Mr. Cat and Mr. Bear have to say. Here we have to read the dialogues to understand that how do we use at, in or on the prepositions of time while we are expressing whether the clock timings or we are talking about the month or seasons. So let's see what is given over here. What time do you get up, Mog? This Mog is saying, oh, I get up at about 7 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at about 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay, so in the evening also we can use, or at night also we can use. Next one, and what time do you get up? Now he is saying, me, I go to bed in November, I sleep in winter and get up in spring. So you must have seen before the name of the month or season we use in, right? So words like at, in, on are prepositions of time. Now in the next one, what you have to do, put the following words or phrases under appropriate prepositions. Some phrases can be put in more than one column. One has been done for you. It's very simple. You have to just see that what is given in the ovals. Like here, you can see the names of the months or days or seasons or a particular time, a clock time timings have been given. So you have to put the right ones in the right columns. Like the 3 columns are there, at, in and on. So whatever the clock timings are there, you have to put them in the column of at. If the name of the season or month or part of the day, like morning, afternoon and night, you have to put in the column of in. And if the name of the day of the week is given, you have to put it in the column of on. So this is worksheet number 3 we have done. Now let's talk about worksheet number 5. Raju has gone to Greece for a holiday. He has written a letter to his best friend Rinku, but he has made some mistakes of prepositions. Underline the incorrect words and insert the correct ones. So what we have to do, we have to read the whole letter and then we have to find out what are the mistakes. We can encircle those mistakes and we can write the correct preposition which has to be used in that particular sentence above that. So let's see what is given. Hotel Stanford, Pickery Street, Greece, 3rd April. You can put the year. Dear Rinku, we arrived on Greece 3 days ago. So Greece, you all know, is the name of the country. So on is incorrect. So you have to correct it by writing in. It's fantastic. We are staying on a beautiful villa. What is a villa? Villa is you can say a luxurious and a big house, right? So instead of on, it should be in or at. Both the prepositions can go, right? The view of the sea for here is fantastic. Now here we are talking about a point from where the view of the sea can be seen. So instead of for, it should be from. It's a small place with Athens. With Athens, Athens, you all know, Athens is the capital city of Greece. So it shouldn't be with, it should be near, right? So instead of with, we have to write near. While coming here here we stayed over a very nice hotel. It shouldn't be over. Okay, we are staying at a hotel. Okay, at a very nice hotel. Below Athens in 2 days. So here below is incorrect. Instead of that, it should be in, right? Athens is the name of the city. So in has to be used before it. And after that, in 2 days instead of in, because we are talking about the period of time, so for has to be used, correct? The weather is great. It's hot and sunny every day. We were in the beach. Not in the beach. It should be on the beach, correct? So instead of in, it should be on. All day yesterday. It was lovely. See you soon. Love, Raju. So that's all for today. Complete this work. Have a nice day. Thank you.